medicines are, we often have to convert the units so that we can give the patient the proper dose. I'm just reading this. For example, if a patient weighs 150 pounds, but some drugs are ordered on a per kilogram dose, making it necessary to convert the English unit of pounds to the metric system. And medicines are, especially in a hospital setting, medicines can be ordered to give 2 milligrams per kilogram per minute. That's a common way to write a medicine for some medicines that you're using, and they call titrating. You're adjusting either heart rate or blood pressure, and you move it up or you move the medicine down to get the desired result. But if I know that the patient weighs 150 pounds, I've got to convert those pounds into kilograms. So 1 pound is equal to 2.2 kilograms. So to figure out how many kilograms that is, I divide 2.2, divide 150 by 2.2. Now I'm not going to try to do that in my head. It's about 75 pounds, or 75 kilos, something like that. I just know because that's a standard that they use. So I'll take out my trusty calculator and I'll calculate that. 150 divided by 2.2 is 68.18 kilograms, and which would just be 68 kilograms. So to calculate it, you've got to know that the patient weighs 68 kilograms. So if they're dosing it according to body weight, you have to convert that body weight from pounds into kilograms. Children are often dosed that way, especially you have children in the hospital, or when you have babies, newborns, or premature babies. They always order medicines according to the body weight. There are some medicines that are given, some blood thinners that are given according to body weight. There was a celebrity, and I can't remember who it was, probably 5 to 10 years ago. I think his wife had twins, and the twins were in the NICU. So I'm assuming they were in California. And I don't know if it was, well, I don't know if they had twins or not, but I know that they had a baby who was in the NICU, and the baby got an overdose of a blood thinner because it was based on weight, and the nurse or pharmacist, whoever was responsible, did not do the calculations correctly. Now, I think the baby survived, but that they ended up, I think the baby had some bleeding on the brain, and so that causes all kind of problems, and then the baby has to be in the hospital for a much longer time than they would have normally been because of the situation that has been now has been created. So you've got to be confident in being able to convert all of these the body weight into from pounds to kilograms, milligrams to grams, grams to milligrams. So but weight-based medication is pretty common, but you have to make sure that you know how to do those calculations. Okay, any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, okay, I have a question.
Sure.
You was talking about the weight in the medicine. How would you do it if you had an infant that weighed 1 pound and 10 ounces?
1 pound and 10 ounces at birth. Then you would multiply that by 2.2, I believe. If the patient weighs 1 pound, 2 ounces, 10 ounces, then you multiply that by 2.2, and that gives you, okay. What I got was 2.42, so I want to make sure that's right. Okay. So 1.10 ounces, is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am, 1 pound, 10 ounces.
1 pound, 10 ounces, I'm sorry. Ounces, a pound, 16. Okay. 1.65. Okay, I just put this, converting chart, converting pounds to ounces. I'm sorry, pounds to kilogram, and that's not even, 1.10 ounces is, less than a kilogram. It's like 0.747, I'm sorry, 0.737 or 0.74 kilograms. So that's a very small baby.
That was me at birth.
That was you?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's a very small baby.
Yes, ma'am.
So you would have been getting very small dosages of medications, probably so small that, for the average person, it wouldn't have even been measurable. So, wow, 1 pound, 10 ounces, that's a small baby. Glad to see you doing well.
Yes, ma'am. They told my parents I wouldn't live to see, first they told them I wouldn't live to see 3, then they told them I wouldn't live past 5 years old.
Wow. They were obviously wrong. So, okay. So we have to be sure when we're talking about abbreviations and systems of measure, just understand that you just got to memorize the abbreviations. That's all there is to that. And the system of measures is we use a metric system, except for in the home setting. Milliliters, milligrams, micrograms is a standard of measurement for medications. Milliliters, liters, standard of measurement for fluids. When people go home, the doctors are writing orders for teaspoon, tablespoon, ounces, those kind of things that are easily understood by the non-medical person. Okay. All right. And y'all stop me if you have any questions or anything. Now, safe dosage calculations. And I can't really talk enough about being safe when you're calculating medications. It's been a long time since I calculated medicines, and when I was looking at some of this, I started laughing because I realized how much I struggled when I was in nursing school with some of this. And still, because math is not my thing, but I do well enough to be safe in a medical setting. Again, you want to take your time to calculate dosages, because once you give the medicine, you can't get it back. Now, there are medicines that you can give that are antagonists that will block the medicines from working, but that's not for every medicine. There are just a few medicines, most of those are narcotics and those kinds of things that you have reversal agents. But for the average medicine, there is no reversal agent, and once you give it, and it causes the patient some harm, you've got to figure out how to mitigate or to decrease the effect of what has been done. When you give insulins, I think that we've gotten away from this, but the last facility I worked at, 2 nurses had to verify the insulin. One nurse drew it up, and she took the vial that she drew it from to another nurse, and the other nurse would look and say, okay, you have drawn up 5 units of insulin. Because we were getting, and that's not just nationally, getting a lot of medication errors from giving too much or too little insulin. So we went to the 2-nurse identifier to make sure that what you think you're giving, are you giving, you've got 6 units of regular insulin, but the nurse may realize, oh no, I wasn't trying to pull up the regular insulin, I was actually looking for the NPH, Lantus, different types of, they were looking for something else. So that has the 2-nurse identifiers or 2-nurse check has decreased that some. It still occurs